Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be about how you're going to be able to step into your dream life today and become a person that when they decide that they want to manifest something, they literally decide and it occurs instantly. There is no processing period, there is no time, how many days need to go by in order for it to come, because it just comes instantly. That is the person that you're about to become, and this is going to be in 8 steps as well. Yeah, why can't I? Alright, 8 steps. This is going to be in 8 steps, so it's going to be really easy to follow, and don't forget to jot these down. First step to becoming an instant manifester, aka a money magnet, is setting a clear goal. When you set a clear intention, and it's super specific, there is no room for the universe to give you something that's broad or something that's close to what you want, because a lot of the time we're manifesting constantly throughout our lives and we get random things and we're like, where did this come from? You know, I was trying to manifest this but I got this, and it's usually because we haven't actually set a clear goal. And actually I've got a very good tip for you here, because a lot of people, they think they need to say to the universe what it is that they want, and a lot of the time it's not actually the things that we want, it's the person who we want to become. It's the feeling that that lifestyle is going to give us that is what we want. It's not the actual object, because if the object was just sitting there doing nothing, we wouldn't actually want it at all. It's the feeling of driving the car. It's the feeling of having the new house. What's the point in having a house if you don't get to live in it, or a car that you don't get to drive, right? It's not the actual thing that people want, it's the actual lifestyle, the feeling that you're gonna get. And so a way to set a clear intention for your manifestation for the universe is to actually think to yourself, who do I want to become? The person that you want to become, how you want to show up to everyday life, how you want to dress, how you want to do your makeup, how you want to express yourself in any other way. How do you want to show up to the store? How do you want to go shopping? How do you want to run your business? Who is the person you want to become? Because that will help you realize the feelings that you want to start having and the lifestyle you want to therefore have. And this is when the feelings are truly going to be invoked, because just imagining a car is going to make you excited, but it's not going to actually give you strong, super strong and clear feelings. And our feelings are our energy, and our energy is the thing that's going to be sent out into the universe, and our energy is the instructions to the universe of what we want. So when you don't have a strong feeling, a strong intention, the universe is not going to know exactly what it is you really want. So when you actually think about who you want to become instead of what you want, you are going to be setting a clearer intention. And then once you realize who you want to become, then you'll be able to get super crystal clear on what it actually is that you want in your life as that new person. The second technique is going to be the technique for manifestation, aka the method. And these are just the beginning steps, the very baby steps in the beginning, and these 2 are what most people actually do, but the other 6 of them are what most people miss out. So the number 2 is the technique. We all know what the techniques are, right? You have affirmations, journaling, scripting, meditation, visualization. I suggest that you try all of those in some way or another, because there is no singular best manifestation method. Unfortunately, I can't give you the blueprint. It's whatever works for you. And I have personally tried most of the techniques out there. The ones that I find the best for me personally are journaling, affirmations, and also rampages. So affirmation rampages. Affirmations themselves, especially when you put them on a loop, aka you say the same affirmation over and over, it also ignites imagination and visualization. And for me, as someone with ADHD, sitting there and trying to visualize can sometimes be quite distracting. I've tried Neville Gollard's technique, but I fall asleep super fast. which is a good thing. I sleep like a baby. But when I'm actually doing the affirmation loops, that is a lot better for me to concentrate on, because then I'm clicking on my phone 1, 2, 3, and I know how many I'm doing. It's a good way to concentrate and a good way to track how many affirmations you've actually done as well. And the second one is obviously the affirmation rampages. You start off with normal robotic affirmations, but then you go off into a tangent. Say you lock your phone, you put your notepad away, and you just go off those affirmations and start saying different variants of it, whatever pops into your mind. And this really invokes emotion and again helps you visualize in the moment. So if you don't like visualization because you think it's boring, you can't sit still, then affirmations and affirmation rampages are a great way of doing it. The affirmation rampages are actually what I create custom versions of you for in the Passive Princess shadow work package. So if you want custom affirmations, that's part of the coaching package in there, which by the way is going to be £99 for this week only. If you're reading this, it's only going to be for this week, but I'll go more into that in the end. And then the other method that I like the most is journaling. I do shadow work journaling, aka self-concept journaling, and I also just journal gratitude journaling. So gratitude journaling is going to be absolutely amazing for the next thing, which is going to be aligning your frequency. This is number 4 now. So number 3 was my favourites, affirmations, journaling, and loop affirmations. Number 4 being align your frequency. And the best way to do this is to focus on gratitude. You have to be happy and grateful for where you're at now, but excited for where you're going. Because a lot of the time, when you focus too much on the now, people are afraid of attracting more of the now. But if you're grateful for where you are a magnet for miracles. As the saying goes, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. And then you're going to more likely attract your new lifestyle because you are already on a high vibe, and you're going to attract more events and people and situations that are on your vibe. You are always going to attract a worse life when you're on a low frequency and you're complaining about things. You don't have to be a negative person to complain. I used to complain. I was never a negative person. It's just part of human nature to complain about things, but you don't realise how much it actually affects your frequency. And they're all affirmations that you're saying to yourself that are going on in your subconscious brain, which creates your reality. So it's this big loop, catch-22, that we want to get out of. So practicing gratitude every single day is going to reprogram your brain to actually start seeing the positives in your life. And also noticing the things that you actually have that a lot of people don't have, or the opportunities that you have that a lot of people don't have. I was just on holiday and I realised that how lucky we are to be born in these first world countries, for example like the UK or America, where most of you guys are probably from, because there's a lot of poor countries out there that don't have the same resources as us. I mean, even a lot of places they have internet, but it's so slow to the point where you could probably not even bother YouTubing something or Googling something even, and we're actually so lucky to be where we are. There's over 200 countries in the entire world, and we are so lucky to be in one of the top 2, 3, 4 or even 5 countries. And that made me so grateful in that moment, because although I was in a luxury holiday resort, I was still really grateful to be going back home to my world that is so abundant, right? And a lot of people there didn't have the same lifestyle. So practicing gratitude, seeing the positives in your life, and this is going to also help your mindset of the universe has my back. The universe is always working out in my favour. The universe is always rigged in my favour. This is going to literally, gratitude causes so many positive effects in your life. It's actually ridiculous how good gratitude is. You don't even have to try to start looking for the positives in your life, because if you practice gratitude, your brain will automatically see all the positives in your life. And I have already started seeing so many positive events, even more positive people in my life since practicing gratitude, and I have my own gratitude journal, which I highly recommend you get. Then number 4 is going to be the inner work, which is the self-concept work, the shadow work, the looking inside of you, because guys, you're never going to be able to transcend upwards if you're stuck underground. Most people think that they're lying flat on the ground, ready to just float up into heaven, but the truth is a lot of us are actually underground, grounded by all of our subconscious beliefs, because our subconscious takes up 95% of our brain power, and only 5% of it is your conscious brain. How scary is that? 95% of your life is created by something that you're not even aware of. So when you're sat doing affirmations and you're sat doing visualizations with your conscious brain, that conscious brain is only 5% of the power. So you actually haven't got your entire brain on your side unless you start doing the subconscious work, the rewiring your brain, changing your self-concept, changing your identity, because your personality creates your personal reality, as Joe Dispenza says. So it's super important we do the identity work. We actually change who we are right now into the person that we want to become, and that will align your frequency, it will make your techniques more effective. All of these literally goes hand in hand, side by side. It helps you get clearer on your goals, and part of the inner work is paying attention to your inner critic, which goes along with paying attention to your negative thoughts and the way that you complain about the world. But it's also gonna be pay attention to where you react to the world in a negative way, not particularly just complaining, but when do you get offended at things? When do things rub you up the wrong way? When do you get angry at random things? These are all triggers that you're allowing the world to shape your brain and your energy, and our energy is the most important, most valuable asset that we have. We should not be letting anyone affect our energy. So if we're going outside and we're getting triggered and annoyed by people around us, what someone said or what someone did do or didn't do, we're letting them affect our energy, and this is not self-love, okay? Ultimate self-improvement is doing the inner work. There is no point in doing the light work if you're not going to do the shadow work simultaneously. You're only going to get so far with improving your self-concept and your belief system by doing light work before your old limiting beliefs and your old identity is going to sabotage it. So you need to be doing both of them at the same time. Number 5 is taking aligned action. There is only so many methods that you can do out there until a little bit of action that is aligned with your goals is required. No amount of affirmations is going to bring your dream career to your door. No amount of affirmations and visualizations are going to bring your dream partner to your doorstep. You actually need to go out more and pay attention to the opportunities in your life, listen to your intuition before you can actually manifest the thing that you want. You need to take a little bit of action, okay? If you're in your home all day, every day, right? There's only so many opportunities that are going to present themselves to you. If it's an online business, don't get me wrong, a lot of opportunities are going to present to you at home. I don't know, maybe you want to use dating websites to find a lover, whatever you want to do, but there's only so much you can actually manifest before you have to take some aligned action. And a lot of the time, this comes in the form of our intuition and the curiosity. A lot of the times, the universe is actually giving us these signals. It's giving us these steps to take, but a lot of the time, we just brush them off as random thoughts, but they've came from somewhere because our thoughts are energy, and energy is aligned with the current state that our brain is currently in. So if you're in a currently high state and you get these thoughts and these ideas coming in, it's likely that they are also in alignment with the frequency you're currently on. So you should be listening to those thoughts because they're in alignment with the higher state that you want to become. So don't ignore your intuition, don't ignore those weird little curious prompts to go and do random things, because the likelihood is they mean something and they're aligned with your next level self, because after all, you've set the clear intention, you've been manifesting, you've been aligning your frequency and doing the inner work. So yes, you need to now pay attention to your world, to your thoughts, to these intuitive prompts. The answers are all around you. Number 6 is going to be trusting and believing in the universe. If you guys have come across one of my videos before, you'll know the triangle of manifestation, which involves believing, frequency, and detachment. If you don't believe that it's going to happen, the whole entire triangle, all 3 pillars are going to crumble. You have to believe that all of this work you have been doing is actually going to work. And this is why the inner work is so important, the changing your self-concept, because if you don't believe in yourself and you have all of these limiting beliefs because you got bullied in school or your partner was abusive or your parents didn't love you, then you're not going to believe in yourself because you're going to have low self-worth. And this isn't even for people that like really badly are depressed either. It can be just normal people like you and I. we can still have these limiting beliefs that cause us to not believe in ourselves. Or when you get those thoughts of like, why me? Like, I love myself and everything, but why do I deserve it over someone else? We're all on an equal playing field here. We're all one. So why would I deserve to get this opportunity over someone else? And if you notice those thoughts coming up, then you need to work on your belief system, because if you don't believe something is going to work out, you wouldn't go for it. You wouldn't start a business if you didn't think you would be successful in it. And this is why it's so important for your self-concept to be altered so that you can trust and believe. No one, if they have self-worth issues, are going to be able to trust and believe. And if you don't trust and believe it's going to happen, you are going to pass up a lot of opportunities and a lot of situations that are in plain sight in order for you to take on to achieve that dream life. Everything is going to be unfolding when you start trusting and believing. This is how you're going to be truly living in the end state, through your energy and your action. When you believe, you're going to be able to sit back and relax, because your energy, you're already living in the new life. Which brings me on to my next point, which is detaching. This is one of the other points on the triangle of manifestation. So when you believe, it's going to cause you to sit back and relax and detach from the how. This doesn't entirely mean detaching from even wanting the thing. You can want it, just don't want it too badly. You need to be detached from it. You need to be okay with remaining in the reality that you're in right now, without the thing that you're trying to manifest. You need to be okay where you are now in order to become a magnetic manifester that is going to be an ultimate attraction for abundance. Because if you're not aligned with abundance now, you're not going to attract abundance. And if you're not pure abundance now, why would the universe give you more abundance? It's going to give it to the person, it's going to give it to the strongest magnet. The strongest magnet always wins. Someone else's energy is going to attract that amazing lifestyle if you are too attached to the end result. You're too, oh, I want it now and I want it quick. And I'm not willing to do any of the work. I want it now and I want it fast. That is a lack frequency. Urgency is a lack frequency. Because when you're already in the life that you want, you're not going to be rushing, because you're happy where you are right now, because you already are the person that you're trying to be. Or becoming, you're becoming that person right now. So you're relaxed, and that is when you're going to be grateful for where you're at now. And then everything's going to happen so much more faster when you're detached. And also, let's not forget that when we are attached to a singular method of manifestation, so you think it's going to come to you in this specific way, like you want money, you think the only way of getting money in a big lump sum is through winning it in the lottery or in a quiz or, I don't know, bingo or a scratch card, that's a limiting belief there, because you think that there is a lack of money out there. The only ways people get money is through the lottery. You're restricting all of these amazing ways that the universe is trying to give you money. Money always comes from other people, right? Whether it's a company, a lottery, or it's a family member, it's a tax rebate or company payback from your old work from years ago. It always comes through other people. So there's loads of ways. You know a lot of people. You've done a lot of things in your life. So therefore there is infinite ways that you are going to be able to receive the thing that you want. Infinite ways. So when you think of one specific way of it coming into your life, you're cutting off through your laser focus and your attachment all of the other ways that could come into your life. So you need to be detached from the how and also from the end result. And you're going to be detached from the end result and the how by living as if right now, being gratitude, doing your affirmations, setting your clear intentions, doing the inner work, being amazing and living your life right now to the fullest you possibly can. That's going to make you feel amazing right now. And then you're going to be a magnet for abundance. Detach. Let the universe know this is who I want to become. Start living as it now and watch your world unfold. But it starts within. When you change on the inside, the world changes on the outside. If you keep attracting the same scenario, ask yourself why you keep showing up to that same event. Why you keep giving that person the same amount of attention in order for them to keep messing you up. Do you know what I'm saying here? You are doing something. Everything is your fault. You're doing something that's attracting this event. You're showing up in this way to allow the other person to walk all over you. Anyways, that was a little bit of a rant. The last one is number 8, and that is to receive. When you're living your dream life and you're relaxed and you're having fun, you're high vibe, you're doing the work, reading your books, having fun, living your life as you want to live it, this is when you're going to be able to receive everything. By sitting back and enjoying in your ultimate feminine energy, you're not trying, you're not doing X, Y, and Z, you're not going here, there, and everywhere in looking for signs and purposely going to events in hopes of finding that business partner or that lover. Stop trying, just sit back, relax, receive. If you are trying to if you're doing things on purpose to force or give opportunity for your manifestation to come, you're trying, you're forcing. You don't need to do that. It will appear in front of you. If you take the aligned action, aka the things that are aligned with you, when you're sitting back and relaxing in your ultimate feminine energy, you've done the masculine work, you've done the action, this is when you sit back, you receive, you have fun, enjoy your life, giving the gratitude, living freely, trusting in the universe, knowing that everything is working out for you, the universe is rigged in my favour. This is where everything unfolds, when you sit back in your receiving energy and you're not looking for it. Because if you're looking for it and you're looking for signs, already you're telling the universe you don't have it, which is a lack mindset. And a lack mindset is a low frequency. And when you've got a low frequency, it's hard to believe in something. When you don't believe in it, you're not going to be detached. The whole thing comes crumbling, okay? So write down all of these steps, screenshot them, work on them. If you want the one-on-one help, I have the Passive Princess shadow work package where we work onto dissolving all of those old beliefs, do the self-concept work in order to help you become the instant manifester. And this is on offer for this week only. It's going to be £99, so it's going to be more than half price. And this is only for those that are actually willing to do the work. You can do it by yourself, but I know those who want to fast track the process, those that want people such as myself to reveal the shadows for you instead of waiting for them to appear in your life. So if you want the fast track route, you want the extra help, the Passive Princess shadow work package is going to be £99 for this week only. But other than that, I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope this helped you become an instant manifester, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!